Welcome back. Now that we've mastered the art of multiplying polynomial expressions, in this new module 4, we are now going to talk about division of polynomial expressions. But before we can actually divide a polynomial expression, we have to go back to the basics and divide a monomial expression. What does the word monomial mean? That's right, it means one term. So let's start back in arithmetic. Suppose my expression is 3 to the 6th divided by 3 to the 4th, and I do not have a calculator and I want to divide that expression. Well, we've already discussed what an exponent's job is. 3 to the 6th, we all know, means to write in the numerator base 3 6 times. In the denominator, 3 to the 4th means to write base 3 4 times. Now, instead of us multiplying out 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 in the numerator and multiplying out the denominator and getting two large numbers and physically having to divide them, doing long division, there is a quicker way to divide this expression. As we all know from elementary school math, any number divided by itself is always what value? That's right, it's 1. So we know from 3rd grade, 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now if you look at my expression, I have 6 3's in the numerator, 4 3's in the denominator. Well, every time I get a group of 3 and divide them out, it makes a 1. So that's what I've done in your PowerPoint. I've canceled out the 3 divided by 3. Every 3 in the numerator can divide out with a 3 in the denominator, and when I divide them out, it makes a 1. And I can do that 4 times. So if you look, I've canceled out 1 set of 3, 2 sets of 3, 3 sets of 3, 4 sets of 3. So what that really leaves me now with this expression is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 3 times 3. Now we all know there's a better way to write 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 3 squared. So now we've found, without using a calculator, without doing any heavy-duty calculation, 3 to the 6th divided by 3 to the 4th makes 3 squared. So here's the question. Is there a way to get the 3 squared without doing all that work? Sure there is. There's got to be a rule. Remember when we did multiplying? We learned in algebra, multiplying the same base, you add exponents. So now we're doing division of the same base. Both my numerator and denominator had what as the base? That's right, I had a 3. And the rule is, if you divide the same base, you don't add the exponents, you do the inverse, which would be to subtract. So that is our rule in algebra. In algebra, when you divide the same base, all you do is take your exponents and subtract them. So let's look at that. If I look at my expression again, in the numerator I had 3 to the 6th, in my denominator I had 3 to the 4th. I would say, oh, they both have the same base, 3. I do nothing with the base. Leave the base alone. If the base is the same, I write it down. The base is 3. What I'm going to do is subtract the exponents. I have 6 3's in the numerator, 4 3's in the denominator, and 6 minus 4 would leave me 2 left. And that's where I get the 3 squared. And then we all know 3 squared, the value of that would be 9. So we have a basic rule. This is called the quotient rule of exponents. When we divide the same base, we subtract the exponents. All right, we're going to try some of these in the next video. See you then.